This is True Buds, that Mary Jane, now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis enthusiasts, never heard a show as good as this. Yeah, number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up the perfect show for my smokers. True Buds.
Madison Rose D Zone.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
I got the last name right?
Yep, you got it.
You did it for me.
Zone.
End of zone. I love it. How you doing today?
Pretty good. How about you?
Great.
Yeah?
Great. Enjoying the day. Nice Saturday. You know, smoking a little
Chill.
bit, seeing what's good.
Exactly. Resting up.
Yeah. Resting
Good.
up for a good week coming up. Got some good things.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, we got like just I feel like just random projects. A lot of things I feel like are starting up again. So I feel like everything's getting busy again.
Yeah, it's so interesting too. I was talking to people like how things are just kind of picking up and getting back to life, and then I see stuff that like shit's getting crazier.
Right.
I don't watch news much, so
Yeah.
it's good to
For
have you
sure.
here today, though.
Thank you. I know. Thank you so much.
So just a little bit, we can talk more about it, but so you love cannabis because of its medicinal benefits as well as I'm sure other things as well.
Right.
And you're in marketing for KandyPens.
Correct.
Which is an amazing company.
Thank
so,
you.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I started with KandyPens. Actually, I met my marketing director. It's really funny, on a Facebook like cannabis girls group. It's called BFFs. And we just connected on there, and I started working with them from there. And we got a house in the hills it's basically our hub for creators, artists, different, chefs, anything, just to come and have a creative space. We based it off of the Tupac's Thug Mansion. So just bringing different people together. We have a music studio. You'll have to come check out our podcast studio.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Just everything. So really just bringing together different people. So it's been really fun meeting so many people.
What's the podcast?
We don't have a specific podcast going on, but we just have equipment for people
word.
to come in and record. And then our music studio is kind of same thing.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
for sure. So it's cool, just different people coming in and working on whatever projects they have going.
And I was really impressed.
Thank you.
Just to say, when I saw KandyPens and how you guys are doing it, like I reached out to you, like I want to learn about the marketing side because when I go on your site and I see like all these collaborations, I'm a hip hop head.
Yeah.
I love hip hop.
Yeah.
and that's kind of the route that KandyPens is,
For sure.
to me, been going with the marketing, is that kind of vibe.
No, totally. A lot of music videos. We've worked with DJ Khaled, Justin Bieber, Amber Rose, A$AP Rocky. So a lot of music video features is what something our CEO and CFO really love. So just kind of having that personal relationship in the entertainment industry has really helped our brand. So that's kind of something that we wanted to focus on by bringing in artists and just different people to share their gifts and share their talents with each other, and also using cannabis. So,
Yeah, it's like,
yeah,
and it's crazy. There's some big ones.
definitely.
Elliot, if you don't mind, would you mind pulling up KandyPens.com with a K? KandyPens.com. We'll pop to that in a second. I just want to show everybody like how many legit artists have been collaborated with KandyPens, because when I first went on there, I was like, holy shit, because I love some of these artists, and it was really subliminal when I initially, like, I've watched some of the videos before.
Yeah.
But I
now
didn't-
you like paid attention.
Now I'm like, oh my god! but maybe that's why I hit you up in the first place, because I saw that K, and I'm like, it's crazy how marketing works like that.
Right.
You know, you
Just
see
the
something just subliminal. You see, Dave East. You see Young M.A. You see a couple people, and then all of a sudden you see it, and you're like,
Damn. Exactly.
That's genius.
Yes.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So yeah, right here is the KandyPens.com. Like, look at this. Like, these are some fucking
Really great artists.
like the real deal. I'd say out of these up here right now, my favorite would be A$AP Rocky.
Definitely.
Followed, I don't know, Young M.A. with that what was that recent song she dropped?
With Mulatto.
Talking about she was referring to like Dipset, like Jim Jones.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
I don't know. It's called Mulatto, the one you're vibing with.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if I've heard that.
Well, for like a candy pen, it was for a video that they were in. It was mulatto, but I don't know if it was with Young Ma. I can't remember.
And can you go up here to artist, Ellie, if
or
you don't mind?
actually hit videos.
Hit videos.
Yeah, if you hit videos.
She knows better than me. I don't know.
Yeah. No, you're good. And did you see our house video?
No.
Oh, that will blow your mind. If this blows your mind.
Yeah, no, this blew my mind.
Yeah.
Like when we scroll down here, you'll see like Mulatto, Rich the Kid, Fat Joe, Bryson Tiller, like I was saying earlier, the other names too. These are like legit. Like I said, I'm a hip hop head. I fucking love hip hop. So this shit's got me excited.
Too.
I'm like, oh my god, like.
No, me too.
So
sure.
the video you're talking about is under the. How do we get to that?
So that's going to be on the KandyPens page. So that's where we talk about like the vision of the house. You see the different artists coming through. We've had Wyeth and Lucci, The Game. We just have a lot of different people coming by. We have a show with Baller Alert. So our hip hop journalist does a lot of her interviews at our house with different artists.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so it's a great opportunity to get them familiar with the brand, get them involved in cannabis, and then also just kind of see how we can help them or what we can do for them. A lot of them will come back and want to do a video shoot or a music video or just come back to, hang out and be friends. And so it's just a really cool community that we've created. Yeah.
And I think the thing that's even cooler than that is the fact that your product obviously speaks for itself. It's like these dudes or women, whatever, who are on these videos, like,
yeah.
From listening to their music, like I have a bunch of them, they're not trying to fuck with anything that's whack.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so like, all right, we're like, let's say.
No, totally. Yeah. And I'm obsessed with all of the products, like all of them. All of them are my favorite. Like,
what can you choose one? Is there a favorite?
Of course, I love the Aura. That's the dab rig, the electric portable dab rig. I think that's
I've seen a lot of content about that lately.
It's so cute and just so nice on the go. But I do really I think the Amber Rose is my favorite.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That looks nice, too.
It rips. Yeah, that's why I love it.
So tell me a little about the Aura, because I watched a little, I saw there was a lot of, or there was a fair amount of cannabis influencers talking about it when I was doing a little research before this podcast. So tell me a little about that, that product and the process or whatever it is with that Aura.
So what's really cool about it is it has a quartz coil, so you're getting a really nice hit every time. It's really clean and heats up nicely. I like it because I can take it in the car, in the park, wherever I want to go. But there's different colored glass that you can put on there and just make it really cute and customized. But yeah, I think it's awesome. Just a different way to experience wax. And people are so scared of dabbing, and I feel like it's an introduction to be no, you can do this. Just try. It's better than you think, because they're oh my gosh, the torch and, that just looks scary. And it's no, this is a really nice way to relax. You'll really like it. And people always do like it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Dabs are awesome, but I was fucking the torch and whatever, everything else was but once you get that taste of something with the Aura and it's pure and you're oh, well, there's, or at least me, I was there's something
it's a game changer
to this shit.
No, for sure. It's a different high too than smoking flower. I like the high as well.
Would you say it's cleaner?
Yeah, I think it's cleaner, and I feel you just feel it a little bit faster also. And in your body, yeah. That's why I like it, the body high.
Nice. Yeah. So do you do you do edibles at all? I know this isn't with the KandyPens, pardon me,
totally.
route, but yeah, what do you think about edibles?
I love edibles. Edibles really help my illness. So I really love the Level Pro tabs. Have you ever seen those?
Oh, those are my favorite.
Yes, those are the best. So I'm not a huge I want to have a cookie or a brownie. I'm no, I'd rather just have a drink or the cannabis quencher or, I just wanted something quick and easy that'll work.
I'm cheesing over here because you got me happy. I heard Pro Tabs, which are my favorite.
They're the best.
I wouldn't even, and people give me shit when I say they're my favorite. Cause it's not even edible. I'm well, I don't have to eat a bunch of shit.
That's what I don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On occasion, maybe, but I'm with you there. And then when you said the cannabis quencher, that's my favorite drink because it packs a punch. There's a bunch of other people out there who are doing other ones that are cool for that market.
Right.
You know,
The wines and the seltzers now.
the little seltzers that are like 5 milligrams. But let's be real, somebody like me and probably you,
I need the whole cannabis quencher.
Yeah, I ain't. Give me fucking 12-pack of Lagunitas Hi-Fi hops. Like,
yeah. Those are good too.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, you got to drink a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Have you tried what's the other one that's really strong? Have you tried RSO?
Yeah.
RSO oil. I've been using that a lot for my body pain, and one day I took way too much, and I was like, whoa, I need to sit down. Because it's like 700 milligrams. The whole...
Oh, you took the whole thing.
I didn't take the whole thing, but I took a good amount. So, I mean, I probably took like a little over 100, and it probably just was like too much.
My tolerance in the past 2 months has spiked up because I made a potent-ass cannabis coconut oil.
Oh, wow.
So, and I've been drinking that shit just because I have it. I'd rather have like Pro Tabs or something that's tastier, but I'm like, I'm not going to lie.
Waste it.
I've just been taking, because I have my tablespoon, I'll just take a tablespoon of that shit. And supposedly from my, T-Check 2, it's like 70 milligrams.
Wow.
So I'll take a tablespoon and I'll just be like.
No, but I love that. And I mean, coconut oil is good for you.
Yeah.
So it's an easy fat to get it down probably too.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I need to make more homemade edibles. I'd say my favorite is the coconut oil because it's the most versatile.
Yeah.
You get butter. I mean, I love butter.
But you couldn't eat it on its own.
Yeah, I'm not going to like melt butter down. And
drink it.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's a little weird. Somebody out there is like, that's what I do.
I know, right? I'm like, why are you judging?
Like, bring in your own hot bottle in a movie theater of like melted cannabis butter and pour it on.
Oh my! Wait, that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. I love that.
So, we can make up a name. Movie butter.
Yeah.
So you bought a couple things here.
Yes.
So we got the C box, and I saw this. Yes. It looks dope. It looks very handy.
Yes, I love this one because cartridges, I'm sure you've experienced too, just on certain batteries, if you drop them, cartridge cracks, and you're done, and you lost that whole gram that you just bought.
That's why I stop fucking with 510s. Like, yeah. So we got two different attachments here. Is one for a 1 gram and one for a half?
Yes, it just depends. Yeah, exactly on like how tall it is. So you can throw that in there, and it just is magnetic, which is really nice.
I know sometimes like chargers too, when they come brand new, aren't fully charged, but
I'm pretty positive it will be charged. I will be sad if it's not.
This thing looks. I like this. It reminds me of mezcal.
Yeah, that's really true, actually.
So, what would you say is the most popular candy pen product? Is it the Amber Rose? Is it the...
Besides the Aura, I would say the Crystal is probably the most popular.
So the Aura, so that launched
not too long ago,
like a year or so.
Yeah,
and it's already damn.
That's probably our most popular. But then also the Crystal before that, it's exactly the same thing but in a pen size. Kind of like the pen that you were showing me, how you can load a dab on the coil, or you can screw it off and put on your 510 thread.
And that's beautiful. It's like so versatile.
Exactly.
Because like you said, taking dabs can be
messy,
intimidating too.
Yeah.
For somebody coming in, then you load it in a vape. And to me, recently, messing with this is like, you know what you're getting. You know that it's going to be, or you don't know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's easier and it's more accessible for a lot of people. Exactly. Yeah. So it's really cool.
This thing's dope, though. It's just...
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Oh, this thing's like... So, I'm just impressed with... Oh, it has a little side on there, too.
So you can see the level.
You can see the level.
Yeah, so you don't
it's
have to keep, like,
discreet.
pulling
I
it
could
out.
literally just be here like... What did you say?
What did you say? Nice.
Oh, damn. This thing's nice, though. It's clean.
No, I love how sleek it is.
Yeah, I do like what you said, too, that this is not going to break.
Right.
Unless I fucking smash it with a hammer.
Right, exactly.
You don't have something that's in your pocket that's like...
Well, and you're going to sit on it and, like, bend it or anything. Yeah. So it'll keep it really nice and protected. Yeah.
That is... thank you.
You're so welcome. That ripped really nicely. Damn. I'm dead.
I would pass it to you,
No,
but you know how things are
this
right now.
COVID shit. I have my other one. Where did it go?
That shirt's dope too.
Thank
Excuse
you.
me, it's like cough.
I just got it. It's from Cabin 7 Originals. They have like all different kind of like graphic tees.
Well,
but
that's
this is
dope.
the Michelangelo, like, you know, the
Oh
little
yeah,
angels.
yeah.
Like,
Oh shit! Now,
yeah.
now it's piecing together.
Yeah.
Have you ever done one of those crazy wax hands where you dip your hand in wax?
No.
I remember I was like 8 years old. My brother comes home with like a wax hand. I'm like, how did you do that?
That's so cool.
He's like, I dipped my hand in hot wax. I have to put it in cold water.
And then it's like just a mold.
And then it's just a mold.
That's dope.
But he was doing something stupid, some stupid
Yeah.
like shocker symbols.
Of course.
You know, having older bros, you know how
Yes. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it is fun. So you said you're initially from Seattle?
Yes.
Correct?
Tacoma, Seattle. So Puget Sound area.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And do you miss it there?
Well, all my family's there, so I really miss my family, but definitely I miss the water and the air and just like the greenery. So just kind of like the whole environment, I guess, cuz you know, it's just kind of dirtier here and not as clean water. So, I definitely miss that.
I'm right with you.
Yeah.
It's important to go recharge for me personally cuz
Yeah,
I grew up in
know.
the woods.
Exactly.
So for me personally, at least once or twice a year, I need a couple days to go in the wilderness and
Totally.
literally recharge my battery. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, damn. Like, and I'll come back. I'll be feeling good. I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah, you need the city break.
Yeah.
For sure. It can get overwhelming.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's nice out here. You know what?
Yeah.
So if I can ask you a question, what's your favorite part about your marketing gig right now at KandyPens? I know you've already talked about a bunch of cool ass shit.
No. I would just say I've just been able to be part of so many big opportunities and just helping other people. I really love helping people. I mean, I'm also an esthetician, so just taking care of people, doing facials. That's what esthetician is, sorry.
I was going to ask next.
Yeah, I was like,
you saw my
wait,
face. You're like,
I was like, he's like, what the fuck is
you
that?
yeah, I'm going to answer you before you ask, motherfucker.
So, like, just, like, the hospitality, like, taking care of someone, I really like that. And just, you know, boosting people up and giving them support. So, whether that be, you know, helping someone that just started their brand, doing a photo shoot. We did that yesterday for one of my really good friends, Gigi.
Shout out Gigi.
Gigi Ganja.
Gigi Ganja.
But, yeah.
That sounds real familiar. I think I might be following her, actually.
Yeah, you probably do. I am Cannababy. That's the line. So yeah, it's just really cool to see how happy people get as well. Just coming into the house, everyone has said it's some of the best events that they've ever been to. They've met some of the best people. So it's just really rewarding to hear people's experience. But also for me, it's rewarding to just help them, but also have new friends. I have like a whole just new community of people that I feel like, I mean, I'm sure you feel the same way in this community industry. Everyone's really welcoming for the most part. You know, we're just all on the same vibe and same level, so it's easy to connect. But yeah, everyone's really passionate, so it's really fun to just work with people. Yeah.
And what you said is like beautiful to me because that's how I feel like you're saying exactly is because it's like, to me, there's like no competition. It's all just like working together.
Right, and this is so small, like it's, you know, so new. The cannabis industry, especially here in California, is pretty new. So it's like, let's all just fucking work together.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Like why not? You know, and that is the beauty of it. And I think too that I don't know, maybe I'm diving into something a little different here, but I think there's people though that are outside of the business who are businessmen and respect to them or businesswomen, you know,
Totally.
and they don't necessarily get that.
Exactly.
You know, and that's beautiful to me though.
Yeah.
Because that's where like the big dogs who are like that, thinking that way, they're not going to last.
No.
In my opinion.
I don't think so either because they're like, they don't have any allies pretty much.
It's like, what do you
know what I
like,
mean?
you're trying to, who are you trying to target? Like
Right.
a 40-year-old dad or mom, which is cool. No, I'm not, no hate to them, but you know what I mean? Like,
no, I totally agree with you.
because people see through it, and everybody I've had on this podcast, when names like MedMen come up, you know, everybody's like, basically like fuck that.
Yeah.
And my thing, I'm not going to say straight up fuck that. I'm going to say it's worth checking out.
Definitely.
Get that experience, because especially if you're from out of town, you coming in from fucking Kansas.
Right.
And you see this and you're like,
oh my
well,
God.
damn.
Exactly.
But besides that, like, and that's what is amazing to me, like you're saying about the culture, is it's going to shine through.
Right.
And it is already, but I feel like in the longevity,
it's going to pop off.
Because yeah.
Yeah.
There is big business definitely in the game, controlling a lot of it, and I'm invested in some of these bigger companies. But at the same time, weed smokers are weed smokers, and they know it's real.
Exactly, and they're the ones that are actually using your shit.
Yeah,
not all these other phonies. So.
And once again, I'll give KandyPens props.
Thank you.
For everything going on over there, from the hip-hop artist reach out to the influencer reach out. From the research I've been doing, you guys have reached, there's a bunch of influencers who have, unboxed, reviewed your product. Like, that is important. And I didn't see one negative thing about it. So
Right. No, totally. It's just been a really great way to bring people together, for sure.
Yeah. And it's awesome.
Yeah. It's so unique and just such a great way, especially during these times too. Like, we can do a lot of digital stuff. We've done a lot of lives, like still staying connected, having different influencers stay at the house. Like Mac Dizzle and Alicia Goku stayed there for like a week, and like just they produce content like so great on their own. It's just like everyone loves to see that. So it's just an awesome way to bring people together.
Hell yeah. And I agree with you too. And I'm a positive person. I've said this probably on 5 podcasts. It's like, shut the fuck up, Jack. But I'm like, I love what's happened, because it's forced me to be more creative in certain ways.
Right.
Like, I wasn't doing Skype podcasts. I wasn't doing certain other shit or solo. And then shit happens.
Right. And it's weird being in front of the camera sometimes.
Yeah,
like the conversation, just weird.
Yeah. I do something weird usually before I start my videos.
Yeah?
Yeah, I talk to one of my siblings.
That's smart.
And then I'll dive in.
Yeah, because then you're more like comfortable. Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to True Buds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just all like
breaking the ice.
Yeah, breaking the ice.
Right.
But and that's the beauty, bringing it back to the big business and KandyPens and how good you guys are doing, is that like people see through that shit.
Right.
Like we mentioned. I just want to dive a little deeper into that because it's like I see certain shit. I'm like, that's the most bullshit I've ever seen. Especially
right now with like all these different opinions coming out, and you can just tell when they're bandwagoning or, just not really there for the right reasons too.
Did you see fucking like 3 weeks ago Elon Musk talking about it?
I think so. I think I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. He was basically saying like, why is it illegal if it's essential?
Right.
And I'm on the same page, but I also saw that he got some flack for it because they're like, who the fuck is Elon Musk trying to be like a cannabis advocate?
Yeah.
But
it's so true. I thought it was so crazy. That was seen as essential and all these other things are closed.
Like what?
Yeah. I thought that was crazy.
As I'm spilling on myself through my Yeti. This Yeti, okay. I was telling her earlier, is one of the best gifts I ever got. Love you, Adina.
Yep. That's the best.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about, like, the way
it's changed.
And it's even thinking about the future of it, because I think we're going to see some of these companies are doing good right now. But like we were saying, the bullshit's going to weed it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and everyone's being held accountable, and like, you just see people that really will speak up and are not afraid to say it. So you never know.
And it's hard at first. Did you have any, with yourself and everything in your life, did you have any trouble kind of from external people, or just saying like, what, like weed's stupid, or so, not along that, but like, was it hard for you to like, really commit yourself to the industry?
For sure. I mean, especially people just seeing from the outside when I'm doing, it's like, especially people in Washington, they're like, so what do they do at the house? They just sit there and smoke bongs and, look at each other. And I'm like, no, it's so much more than that. Like, you're looking at like the littlest part that is something so much bigger. So for me, it was kind of weird for me to like, start posting or like promoting what we were doing. But I'm like, no, this is what I'm passionate about. Like, these people need to learn. I've had a lot of people, from my hometown, like, unfollow me or not agree. with
fuck them.
Right? I'm like, you need to go smoke a joint. So I'm just like, it's such a bigger picture, and they're looking at such a like small negative thing that's really not negative. It's like, get yourself educated. And that's what I'm about. It's like, that's why my account is called Medicated with Mads, because I want you to get medicated with me, but get you educated so that you learn something while you're getting high. It's not just about the high, about, oh, let's get fucked up. No, like, learn about what you're smoking. Like, that's why I'll tell everyone, stop smoking from trap shops. Stop, buy legal. You need to learn what you're buying and what you're smoking.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
It's still an agreement, but there's one thing for me that's hard sometimes is the flower game.
Yeah.
Because I have a couple buddies that grow, and I'm sure. Do you guys have a grow at the house? Because that'd be sick.
We don't have a grow at the house. We're trying to, but
you need somebody there full time, huh?
For sure.
It's like a full time game.
Yeah, but we have like different people that we work with that have grows, or a facility that grow.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with you on that for sure. Like, homegrown flower is different.
Yeah, and you can put it. What would you say is the best vape that KandyPens does for a flower?
I would say the Miva.
The Miva?
Yeah, the Miva is really cool because it also is an oil device too, so you can do flower and oil.
Oh wow! So you could just load it.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna have to try it because I've only tried.
I'll get you one.
Oh, word! Yeah. That's what's up. I've done my favorite vaporizers. I've done like the Box Bros, like the box with the whip, and Volcanoes, of course. And then the only portable
Did you like the packs? Were you a packs person or?
I like the packs oils, but
Me too.
They're nice, but they still use the double wick, which is kind of old school.
Okay.
But I think they launched a new one recently. But yeah, I've had my same packs for a while, and I do notice a little old wick,
right,
in there.
Exactly.
So
cool.
But I do think they launched a new one. So
yeah,
I do love packs, and I've done a bunch of content for them.
I loved them too. Before I started, I used them a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool. The pods are a little bit more expensive, but that's why this is awesome. Here is the C-Box. This is why I didn't, or the reason why I didn't, like we were saying earlier, buy 510s
cartridge.
Is because you don't want it to be like this big.
It's
in
a
your pocket,
huge
breaking.
monstrosity. Yeah.
But even that
this
one
is
though.
a disposable.
Oh really?
Yeah.
But even that looks like durable though.
Yeah, it's not too bad, huh? Yeah, I know what you mean though when they're like
super
super obnoxious.
This is nice though because you could just low key I'm feeling this. And
if
it was it designed to be like a hand thing
so.
Like that,
like the little groove.
Yeah, it feels like a groove.
Yeah, it fits right in your hand. It's perfect.
So to bring into one of the other products, so the Aura.
Yeah.
What would be a competitor to that? Would it be like the G-Pen Connect? Would it be like the
Puffco?
The Puffco? Okay,
yes.
because it's kind of all-in-one type.
Exactly.
Okay.
So when I first started, I was working at an event at a dab bar, and every person kept coming up and be like, "Oh, this is just like the Puffco, right?" And I was like, "Don't know what that is. And then, I've tried both, and so I definitely see the differences. I feel like it's a different airflow, like pull on the dab, if that makes sense. If you know what I
Absolutely.
mean? But yeah, I would say that is obviously one of our big competitors, and then G-Pen Connect, because that is so cool how you can put it on different glass. I think that is like the coolest thing.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've heard really good things about the G-Pen. I've actually heard good things. I've heard good things about everybody. To be honest, it's like
I do too. I hear really great things about everyone. And it's like, we have competitors, but it's like you're doing your thing too. But also it's like what's different about our brand is we have so many different products. Like Puffco is just the Puffco.
Yeah.
And like G-Pen, they have so many different kind of little gadgets. Like that's what they're known for too. So it's like, it's kind of cool if there's all these different devices. They all kind of do different things in a way.
And this might be a question that you might not potentially know the answer to, but do you know if at KandyPens, have you guys previously, or are you thinking about potentially collaborating with people like PAX and G-Pen to make pods for that? I know you guys are just like kind of or like a device for it. I don't.
So you mean like to have our own cannabis pods and, and stuff?
Yeah.
We really do want to, actually, and even just for all of the products, not just like one specific product. Yeah, so that we could have everything have its own.
That's really cool. Yeah, and like you were saying, you guys do have a fair amount of products. Like what?
Yeah.
Probably like 15.
Yeah, there is a lot.
Yeah,
and like there's some that have gone out, that they discontinued. So, yeah, there's a lot.
Always working the inventory, finding what's next, the next move.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
there's probably a bunch of stuff too in the works you can't talk about.
Yes.
We'll find out
soon.
Yes,
very soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hopefully. I mean, I don't know if it slowed down. I'm sure it might have because of COVID and everything, but our CEO has talked about it with us a lot, so I'm hoping so. I'm excited.
Nice. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got it going on there.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you have to come check it out.
Oh, I'd love to.
You guys, all of your team, you guys should come.
Oh, for sure. We'd all love to.
Yeah.
We're all about having fun, meeting people.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Collaborate. Yeah, definitely.
That's what it's all about, and that's like we're saying with the cannabis industry that I feel like is gonna be something interesting. Or it already is, but
definitely.
Like thinking down the road, like if it stays the way it is going to be amazing because I think it will. Like we're saying, there's going to be big business hopping in and they'll get their market. They'll get people who don't know about it. They'll get this or that. But the true people who are consistently purchasing are going to be fucking with it.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
You're kind of opening my mind here. I've thought about it before, but like the way it's going to grow and that it could create beyond the industry. It could create a whole new kind of mindset and model for business.
Right. And that's what I mean. It's even beyond cannabis. It's in so many different industries and so many different people use it for so many different things. So it's like it's not just one little community. There's so many different users, so many different ages. So yeah, it's really cool. Everyone is getting, I feel like, more away from the stigma and they're joining and like understanding and getting themselves educated, which is really cool because so many people would not want to educate themselves about it. So yeah.
It's like when you said the stigma too, I have a funny idea coming. I'm gonna do a video about is that like picturing me like or like even my brothers in like 1999.
Yeah.
Fucking playing Super Nintendo.
Yes.
And then like
Mario Brothers.
Like, oh, we got to walk 2 miles from the house to smoke a blunt.
Right.
And now I could just be like in Walmart, like ripping a vape.
Right.
Yeah. It's like
no, totally. It's so weird. You used to like have to hide it and go different places. Totally.
And I think the different forums, like the vapes especially, have helped kind of lead the way for that.
Definitely.
Edibles as well. Or any other product besides just kind of smoking a bowl or bong or joint kind of leads the way for people being like, oh, well, or like
even
you use it medicinally. I got a topical. I forget what it was, but I'm about to use it.
Yeah, no, the topicals are the best. I really love Papa and Barkley. I think that's my favorite.
Do they do the patches as well?
Yes, and the patches are one of the best thing that I've ever used before.
So I've bought 2 of those, and do you put them on your pain? Because they said put it on the something like a forearm or something.
Yeah,
and honestly, that's what I did, but I kind of wish I put it on my shoulder was hurt, and I wanted to put it there.
I would, that's what I did too. Okay. And you can feel it almost it's like icy hot. You can almost kind of feel it starting to spread. And when I'm just doing facials, it's a lot of pain for me. So I'm like, let me throw this on, and then I can get through the whole day. So it's a really good product.
Nice. So how else besides working in both businesses, obviously, are you combining being an esthetician?
Yes.
And the cannabis life?
So it's funny you said that. So I actually work in a studio on Sunset Boulevard. It's called Face Gym. It's all facial massage. But since COVID, I've kind of been like, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to go back. I think I'm going to do me and do what I want to do. And I've always been into CBD facial products and hemp skincare because it's really great for inflammation, acne, aging, so many different things. Just think about how it helps your pain. It really helps your skin. So I really want to start taking clients at the house and like have my own cannabis infused menu for you to get a CBD facial. So for me, it's really hand in hand. You know, in facials, it's a lot about ingredients. I'm really passionate about ingredients. So then I'm really passionate about cannabis, you know, what is in my cannabis or what is in my product. So it's like it's definitely hand in hand for me. Educating is my thing. So
and that's cool to hear that you're blending them both.
Yeah.
Like, and that's kind of what I'm doing with True Buds. But it's really cool because somebody like me who's never had a facial, I don't know anything about it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, you and your girl have to come then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but like I'm saying too is like if it was a weed facial, if it was like, oh, we're gonna put CBD or something, like, all right.
Right.
I was like, I don't know.
No, and I want it to be like, oh, well, do you want to dab before we start your facial and get you relaxed, or would you like to take a CBD capsule or you know have some tincture, like make it like a therapeutic kind of session as well. Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good idea. you know what's funny too that reminds me of? So long story short, my Honda Civic that I drove across the country is dying on me. So I had to.
Oh no.
So I
Those
got
last forever though.
Yeah. So it's like a 2013. So it's good, but I think my alternators did. So I got a ride out here from a Lyft driver. And he said, "Oh,
damn."
He's like, I love weed, man. He's like, I love all this. He's like, I wanted to be a barber and I want to start my own weed. I'm like, dude, combine them.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, like,
yeah.
I'm like, dude, imagine going to a barber shop, but I thought you got, the licensing and everything's crazy. I was talking about like the startup cost, but I've told them, I'm like, dude, if you could have a place like you're saying too with facials where you could offer somebody, hey, you can buy this J, smoke this dab. We have a dab bar, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
I feel like that is the future.
Exactly. I think the same thing. It's like how everyone used to smoke cigarettes and cigars in restaurants and bars.
Yeah, all casually.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like
Yep.
hospitals.
Yeah.
Or you see it in movies at least. I was watching a movie the other night. I was like, this guy's smoking a cig.
Yeah. And it's not enjoyable for like the people around you, you know? So I just feel like I agree. I think it will be even with, the Cannabis Cafe. I know there's a lot of weird things about that.
But I was just thinking about that.
But like just the fact of that started something huge. Now all these people want to incorporate that in their restaurants and bars and food, infused food. I'm waiting for an infused restaurant. That's what I'm waiting for.
I am too. But you know my thought on this? I mentioned it before. This is just me because I love cooking. I love food.
Yeah,
I'm a foodie. Or I love cooking sometimes. But to me, it's very hard, at least with the stuff I've done, to complete, not even the dosage too, but to complete, you can do like certain stuff in there. It doesn't have much flavor, certain distillates or tinctures to mix in the food, but they still have a little bit of that flavor. It's hard to beat the original flavor.
So it kind of messes with like the food profile.
So So me personally, I'd rather just like
get high while you're,
Let
me enjoy the food.
I'd rather get high before, during, or whatever, take an edible, and then enjoy the food.
Right.
No knock on any cannabis chefs out there. I love making cannabis oils and shit, but that's where I'm too trying to bring it up another level on that to help people and figure it out. So
well, and that's true. I've never had something infused. Actually, just kidding. On my birthday, my best friend thought of me. She's amazing. She got me this cake from a bakery. And it's a cannabis bakery. And they were like, and she said, how many milligrams can you put in this cake? And they said, the most we can do is 1,000. So she got me the 1,000 milligram cake. Damn. It was a little weed leaf, and every piece was 100 milligrams. And it didn't taste like it at all. So it was like, whoa.
Do you remember the name of the place by chance?
Yeah, it's called Chiba Bakery. Yeah.
Where? That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So they're like a little small place here in LA. I think they probably just started, but it was amazing.
And to your point, people will perfect it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I do want to have something that you can't taste it, because that's my thing. I don't want to taste it. That's why I like the Pro Taps.
Yeah, and my thing too about eating edibles is like I tell people too, it's all about the timing.
Right.
Just like to me, it's just like the timing
of like
it's like if you just ate a 4-course meal, that shit's gonna not affect you as if you just got a workout and ate it on an empty stomach.
Yeah,
that's my favorite time to eat them. I like to work out and eat them on an empty stomach.
That's really smart. I love that.
And then it just hit. And that's how I test the strength when I'm doing reviews and shit a lot of times. It's like, I'm like, because it's consistent, because I know my stomach's kind of empty. But when I do eat edibles sometimes on a full stomach, it just not.
You don't feel anything.
There's so many variables, and it's different for everybody.
You got to like eat after, pretty much.
Even. Yeah. It's like so many variables when it comes into it. And that's the beauty, though, about just smoking flower or smoking vape is it's pretty. It'll get you pretty quick. There's some vapes that'll hit you. Or at least I've had. I'll be like, and like 5 minutes later, I'll be like, oh, fuck.
No, totally. I feel the same way. Yeah. So they're nice, but sometimes they catch up on you.
Yeah. They're
totally.
linger. They like to linger.
Yes, exactly.
They definitely do.
That's funny.
I keep looking at this thing. I'm really liking it.
I know. No, it's my favorite. I just like that one because it covers the.
Yeah, it's like.
The cartridge.
Another question for you. So, is somebody trying to get into, cannabis marketing, trying to figure it out, like, what would you say to them in terms of, like, how to...
get their foot in the door?
Yeah. Kind of get the foot in the door, kind of figure it out, or maybe kind of what was your process?
Well, it's funny. I'm sorry, I just ripped that.
Oh, you're good. That was a big one.
I know. I didn't really get a degree in marketing. I went to FITM for fashion styling. And
FITM?
Yeah, the Fashion Institute in downtown.
Cool. Okay, cool.
So I originally went there for fashion and then kind of got into social media marketing. So that's really the only sort of, marketing experience I have. So to me, it's like I'm still even learning every day, but just getting involved in events, I would say, and getting involved with people is what got my foot in the door. Just meeting people, hearing what they're working on, how to, help out, even if it's in the smallest way, is a great start. Yeah. And I would just say if you want to be like an influencer or trying to be like a cannabis kind of advocate or figure, just start posting, start writing your blog posts, start sharing it. And that will really just help because not a lot of people are doing it. So it's kind of that fear of like,
like we were saying earlier, people, I love weed. I want to do this, but like, the judgment. My mom's going to hate me if I make a YouTube video about smoking a joint.
Yeah.
Like,
or how to roll or anything.
It did. It took me a little while just to say, fuck it.
No, I know, because you have a lot of videos.
But
what was your first one?
That's a good point. The weed comedy guy. The channel kind of started off as like comedy. We were doing like I was a weed delivery guy and then delivering to my buddy.
That's funny.
So like that's kind of how it started. Then I did like a random review or how to, and I'm like, oh, people like this.
Yeah, no, the how tos I feel like are a huge thing too because especially like on the East Coast or the Midwest, like they just don't have as many outlets as we do or resources. So it's cool for them to see like, wow, look at on the West Coast, like they're able to do this so easily, And
you've probably seen it too on your guys' analytics is that Texas is huge too.
Yeah.
That like, or at least for me, they give me like, there's California is my watch time and then right under them by a fair amount is Texas.
Yeah.
And then after California, Texas, it drops off to like, my people that I know in Kansas or New Jersey or whatever, but those are the two main. I'm like, damn, once shit goes recreational in Texas
and Florida, totally.
Yeah. There's going to be, it's crazy about like New York and New Jersey too.
I know.
Like,
yeah.
It's the whole thing right now is crazy.
Definitely.
Like what's going to happen? Like what do you think? When do you think we might see something legal?
I think just it being recognized during the pandemic and the shutdown that it was essential, I think is a huge start. So I think that people are starting to see it as, wow, people actually need this. It's not a liquor store or, something that people are just always addicted to. But I don't know. I would hope that it would become legal recreationally in the whole nation. But I think that would obviously take so long. But it's just different for me because I've never been on the East Coast. I've never been in the Midwest. I've always been on the West Coast. So to me, it's like it's always been around me. I'm just so used to it. And it's like not anything different to me, you know? So I think I need to go and like experience, because people will tell me like, you can't go outside and smoke. It's like so bad there. You'll get caught right away. You know, it's just not as free spirited as here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree that it's definitely not free spirited, is for sure.
Yeah.
But there are definitely like
certain areas.
yeah, there's or even anywhere, like even if it's not like, I guess I was like, or like you just smoke a joint somewhere, and then like that's why I love joints. That's why I started to love joints, probably because I grew up in blunts where it was illegal. Because I'm like,
right,
I'm just gonna bring a joint or two with me. If somebody wants to fuck with me, I'm gonna throw it, or I'll bring a little bag to load up. But it's like
totally,
you gotta like, somebody's coming like, I'll flick this shit or whatever. But that
so
good for
funny.
you though, growing up like that, because in New Jersey and
you.
Kansas is still
right.
like, I definitely still have a lot of family members, like extended, not immediate family, who would probably don't know what I'm doing. Some of them do, but like there would be a lot of hate.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, and I still feel that way too. I agree, the same thing. Like, I even felt weird because I moved out here at 18, and so obviously I wasn't of age. So I was like, I need to get my med card. You know, I really need to get my med card. And so just even that judgment, and even that judgment from my parents, like, why would you do that? Or my sister was like, that's going to be federally like stuck to your name. Like, why would you do that? Kind of same thing. And I'm like, psh, no, like, and I don't think of it like that. I don't know. To me, it was like, I need this. I need it for my body. Like, that was when I was starting to get really sick with my illness. So they were seeing it as like, that's bad for you. It's making you worse. Like, my sister even said she wasn't a cannabis user for a bit because she was in nursing school. And she even said to me, she's like, I think that you using cannabis every day got you your fibromyalgia. And I'm like, that makes no fucking sense. I'm sorry, but that doesn't make sense. Like, if anything, that's helping my fibromyalgia. Like, no. So it's like just getting people, again, educated and to learn. It's, yeah, so different. So.
And nothing against your sister, but
no.
I feel like that would be a good client. Like, I'm just trying to piece it all together. Like for somebody like Medman, you know, introductory.
Yeah.
Where it seems so much more like, you know, Apple Store. Like,
right.
It's easier for people to walk in there instead of like some random dispensary
where they're like scared and intimidated.
Yeah, it's like you got like all these like spray painted wall, which I love. I love that shit.
I love the unique different shops. Yeah.
And that's interesting too, the whole shop thing.
Yeah.
Like how there's so much competition, but yet but I don't know. I was in K-Town for a while, and there was a shop literally a block from me that was like definitely not just black market, gray market shop.
Yeah.
But I'd go there and they had great prices on shit, but they would also have some like, I'd never buy their edibles because they had some old ass like sketchy shit. I'm like, what you selling here? How are you doing this?
Well, and same thing when I first moved out here too, I was going to a lot of black market shops as well. So it's like I had to learn myself too, like, oh wow, I probably shouldn't be buying wax from here, or like, you know, things like that.
And that's where flower is good. And that I love is like, you can see, but I've also heard people say, oh, you can't tell if it's been sprayed with this or this
pesticides,
or this.
Yeah.
But then I bring it back to my New Jersey and Kansas days. I'm like, bro, I was just happy to get a fucking good ass bag of weed.
It doesn't look moldy.
Yeah, like now I'm out here like, oh, I want a sativa for the day. I want an indica. Let me throw in a little vape with some edibles. Like, I never had that option. You know what I mean? Like, it's like
yeah, we never had those options, and that's why I feel like
kids are lucky out here.
Yeah, right?
For real.
All these options. But even that's why, when I was telling you earlier, like, that's why I felt comfortable enough or, like, content to get off all of my medications. Because look at all the different products and resources that I have. So I feel like now I'm educated on what helps me. Obviously, it'll be a little bit more pricey. But, you know, it's better for me in the long run. Just why take pills every day? Like, it's just not good. So I'm glad that we have so many different resources. Like a patch, like I never would have thought that a patch would be a thing. I think that is amazing.
Yeah. I want to try them again too.
Yeah, no, definitely you should.
Yeah, it's interesting to think too. Is like the whole situation with everybody and like how the way they view it and you know buying it's just a whole new process these days. I mean, for me too, coming out here, like like when it's legal, it's like, oh damn, like what. This is cool. Like, because I got to go back when I go back home to Kansas now, like, or when I go back to Kansas or New Jersey, I'm like low key still. I still have that like
mentality.
Yeah.
I'm the same. Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
When it goes, it'll go. But it also gave me another thought is like, will cannabis continue to be more popular? I believe that in my gut.
I think so too.
For many, many years, or will people be like, oh, because I've heard people say, which I don't believe, like, oh, I only like smoking weed because it was bad. I'm like, dude, I only like smoking weed because I fucking like it.
Right.
Have you ever heard anybody say that? Like, oh, I felt like, you know, like a rebel kind of, or like I like drinking because it was like rebellious, or smoking. I'm like, that was never my thing. I just like smoking because I like getting high.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone say that they don't like getting high and smoking. That's so beyond me. Or just saying like, yeah, because they thought it was cool or just to be bad. No.
It's like, oh, I just want to be. And I do get it though too. Everybody's body chemistry is different. So like, I've smoked with friends who are like, this isn't my thing.
Totally.
But most of my friends obviously smoke a lot of weed. But it's like, the body chemistry is different. People like different things.
It's like shrooms. That's
Oh,
like how
shit.
shrooms.
I got a camping trip coming up next weekend. I'm
No, do it. I love it. Like, and that's the thing too. I saw that as such a bad thing as well, but now it's being come out as, wow, it's such a medicinal thing for people and it's helping heal people. So again, there's so many different things that we're taught or like told that's bad, but look at what it's doing for people at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah, and I've talked to people too. I've had people on the True Buds TV page, this podcast, who are even like you right now, who have said like, this shit has actually really helped me. Like,
Yeah.
you know, everything outside, like physically, like, or like, you know, like medicinally, pardon me, to get what you need. And once I was reading something interesting, I forget what it was exactly, but the doctor was basically saying like, we haven't had the opportunity to fully test weed because they only let us test shitty weed, basically.
There's
so
no research.
They're like, we're testing weed from the 1980s potency.
Ew.
You know what I'm saying? Like 8%.
Yeah,
whereas like, or whatever, even the potency, but the whole configuration and the structure of the cannabinoids. And so there's a lot of there's a lot of things where scientists can't even legally study this shit, which is fucking mind-blowing.
Crazy. Yeah. And if it is legal in states, wouldn't it be? I think that's so weird. It's crazy. Our whole system is fucked up.
Yeah, that's where it's so weird. Just like from state to state, people how they feel. But you know, so it'll take. I don't know. That's where it's weird too. This whole COVID thing, everything's changed so much. It's like
everything.
It could take one thing. Hopefully not that fucking drastic, but it could take one thing to change everybody's mind on cannabis. I'm not saying COVID changed anybody's mind on anything.
Right.
I'm just saying like things happen where people are like, oh.
Everyone, yeah. It's
like you were saying though, it was determined essential.
Yeah.
But with that though, did you know, or what do you think of the fact that businesses, I'm sure like even KandyPens who are associated with cannabis don't get like aren't allowed for that loan or the bailout or anything.
Right.
Which is, to me, when I did a podcast about this a while ago, pissed me off.
Yeah.
How can you be considered essential yet not get? I mean, a lot of them probably don't want to take the government funding, but
right?
You know, just as an option. It seems so counterintuitive to me.
Totally.
Like.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So so they couldn't get it. You know, there's some mom and pop shop helping people, and then they're fucking shut down because they can't get the loan. But the good thing is they're able to stay open. I've talked to people who who deliver to me, and I've gone to dispensaries like, oh shit, sales have been pretty popping.
Yeah.
Pretty popping.
That's good. And see, I feel like now during this time, people want to support the mom and pop shops and the family owned shops and things like that too.
And that's where I need to get better. Apart from weed, it's just like I need to order more from other places besides Amazon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dead.
It's okay.
Right.
It's so convenient.
Yeah.
Like, and that's me with weed too. Is like I'll use Ease a fair amount, and I know they're bigger, but like I do need to support the smaller delivery services.
Yeah.
But like,
do you use herb?
I have once. They're nice. They were, the delivery guy was really nice. He left me a nice box. They left me like a letter in there. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, I love herb. That's like my favorite delivery. Yeah. I've used Ease too, but that one's like my favorite smaller one. Yeah, for sure.
And the main reason, to be real, I use Ease just because they offer an affiliate code. So
always, yeah. I think
when I was looking on herb, I don't believe they did. But that's the thing. Do you guys do it at KandyPens? Do you guys have affiliates?
For
Just like if I wanted to go on your site and be an affiliate, like put a link on my video or something.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No. I mean, not that I know of.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I was just
At
curious.
least not on our side. But I don't know. I've never asked.
Yeah. It's interesting. I think that to me is kind of like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, I actually got before we wrap up here. I actually bought you. You gave me a vape. I'll give you something that's not as nice.
Thank you.
Shout out to my older brother giving me this leather bag. This thing's gonna see the reps in this world.
Did you see those leather weed bags? You would like those.
I love leather. I'm a weirdo.
Yeah.
That sounds so weird saying I love leather.
No, leather's so pretty.
And just a little, let me see if I can open it up here. Just a little mug, little True Buds mug for you.
Wake and bake with my True Buds.
Yeah, I wish I had one of those little pipes on there or something.
Yes.
But
thank you.
yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better about giving everybody something who comes here.
Yeah,
So.
like little merch.
Yeah, a little something. You
Yeah.
know, you take care of me. You're like, dude, why are you telling me? I already know.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta plant your seeds, you know.
So thanks again for coming on.
Yes.
And before we round it out, anything else? Actually, I'll ask you one more thing. Is you touched on it earlier? Helping people kind of step in the space. Is there anything you want to leave them with in terms of like the LA cannabis industry or anything, or what you got going on?
I would just say, don't be afraid of what is going on in the cannabis industry with just there's so many different eyes and just so many different people trying to jump into it. Anyone can really do it. I just think that's the beauty of it. If you're passionate about it and you work hard at it, you can do it. But no, I would just say if there's anyone that really wants to collaborate with KandyPens, or, I mean, even you, like, if you guys want to come record something there, it's just really open-ended. So, yeah, that's about it. And
that was perfect. Yeah. And everybody listening and watching, go check out KandyPens.com. That's with a K. You don't be smoking on this C-Box. I'm definitely, just for you showing me love, I'm going to do a video about this C-Box because I'm liking it. It's a good on the go. Maybe get a workout. Yeah. Take a rip.
And I'll get you the Miva.
Like low key. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Well, thanks again.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Later.
This is True Buds, that Mary Jane, now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis enthusiasts, never heard a show as good as this. Yeah, number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up the perfect show for my smokers. True Buds.